with items, tackles, and hyper strikes. Anything goes on this field. Mario Strikers Battle League launches on Nintendo Switch June 10th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Yes! Finally! A new Mario Strikers game. Man, we haven't had that since 2007, which was 15 years ago. But that's besides the point. I can't wait for this. And it's coming out in June. Summertime is about to pop off with that game. And man, the latest Mario sports games haven't been too great, so I'm really excited for it. Next Level Games is working on it again. They can't screw this up, right? Right? You know what? This got me in the mood to play some Mario Strikers now. I'm not gonna get the GameCube one. You know what? Let's boot up Mario Strikers Charge. Yeah, I haven't played that in a while. Let's see if my Wii is still working. Oh man. Oh jeez. When was the last time I ever used you? Oh, look at you. You're all dusty and beaten up and stuff. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I haven't used this in. Oh my goodness. And then even the memory cards are. Oh man. You are definitely not working anymore. Oh well. Nintendo Wii, you served your purpose. Well, since my Wii's dead, we're gonna have to work with another solution. The Nintendo Wii U. Man, this thing is dusty. What the hell? Man, I need to clean this up. This is gross. Released in 2007 on the Nintendo Wii, Mario Strikers Charge is the sequel to its 2005 GameCube predecessor, Super Mario Strikers. Developed by Next Level Games, who will also go on to make the next two Luigi's Mansion games. The Mario franchise has been well acquainted with sports dating back to as early as the NES with NES Open Tournament Golf in 1987. Since then, it's been a long-running spin-off series to coincide with the main Mario series with its ginormous roster of characters. In the mid-2000s, it was a great time to be a Mario sports fan, with the GameCube having some of the series' best sports games such as Mario Power Tennis, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Mario Superstar Baseball, and of course, Super Mario Strikers. Even the handheld stuff were really fun with Mario Tennis Power Tour and Mario Golf Advanced Tour, mixing the sport with RPG elements from Camelot's franchise Golden Sun. Then in 2006 on the Nintendo DS, Mario got his first basketball game with Mario Hoops 3-on-3. Now here we are at Mario Strikers Charge, which a lot of people remember fondly for its extreme and wild portrayals of the Mario cast, as well as its fun and competitive gameplay. And with the announcement of Mario Strikers Battle League coming this summer on the Nintendo Switch, this is the perfect time, if any, to go back and explain to you all why Mario Strikers Charge was the peak of Mario sports games. So, what is it about a Mario sports game that I find much more interesting and engaging than a regular sports game like NBA 2K or FIFA? They're actually fun to play. Okay, but seriously, while that is true, there is a bigger reason. Those EA games are all just regular sports games without any extra oomph to it. It's personally not for me. Also, they just look butt ugly to me.
That's right, we all have that attitude. The train will be rolling in no time. Let's do it.
Of course, not everyone will want something like a Mario sports games because they look too childish. And I mean, understandable. But you know what really makes these Mario sports games so memorable? Our lovely cast of characters and the personalities they bring. There's always just something so fun watching the intros of a Mario sports game. They're also charming, and it has a Saturday morning cartoon kind of vibe with the hijinks that goes on. This is what gets me excited for a game. Mario Strikers Charge is no different. This is the most gritty and extremely violent a Mario game has ever been. The first game was already pretty violent on its own, but they took it to the next level in this game. The visuals are very grungy, messy, and muddy. In a good way, because they want this to be an extreme Mario game. The characters themselves are still very bright and colorful as they always are. In game anyways. Have you seen the official art for this game? It's raw. Look at the dirty shading, the outlines intentionally being out, the gray background that's behind everyone, the lightning emanating out of the balls to reflect the characters' colors. It's all so good. Look at Donkey Kong literally crushing the metal soccer ball. It keeps going. Characters' intros, win animations, lose animations, mega strikes, and celebrations. They bring so much to the characters of Mario. They've been doing their thing since the Nintendo 64. While technology was limited, they still managed to do some fun animations for everyone back then. Mario Strikers Charge, everyone got their personalities amped up or slightly changed. Everyone knows Mario, happy-go-lucky and bouncy with his yahoos and yippies, and I mean, he still does that. Mario has always been kind of a humble guy, but he ain't come to mess around this time. Look at this ultra confident smile he does. Mario has never looked this cool. When Mario loses, he's usually so hurt and sad, and that happens here, but now he can get pretty angry. Princess Peach. We all know Princess Peach. Sweet and innocent Princess Peach. When she wins a game in other Mario sports games, she's so flattered and kind. When Peach wins in this game,
yeah.
Princess Peach, a diva? To this day, I still don't know what to make of that. But honestly, this just gave Peach's character much more layers. When she's losing in other Mario sports games, she's very dramatic. She's such a drama queen. When she's losing in this game, she's an absolute brat. Petey Piranha, a boss character from Mario Sunshine, who was nothing more than just a giant monster that had a giant head and puked. He even has a personality. Look at him doing the limbo. He's just vibing over here. How did they make this character actually cool? This game is very raunchy. Waluigi cross-chopping to Daisy doing...
Yeah.
She's my favorite character for a reason. Mario characters really hate losing. Here's what they resort to when they lose: sobbing, mental breakdowns, tantrums, cursing, severe anger issues, petty mocking, assault, 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 and
I give up.
oh my god, man! Mega Strikes. Oh man, this is how the Mega Strikers looked in the first game. This is how they look now. They clearly upped the ante for these. Everyone in the first game had the same startup, but kicked it in a different way. Sometimes. Everyone in this game has a different way of going about their Mega Strikes. Luigi uses the Thunder Hand from Superstar Saga. Peach becomes an angel and kisses the ball. Waluigi whips the ball. Wario literally blows up. It doesn't make sense, but it's funny. Daisy, a character that is mostly associated with flower abilities, now has the power to summon crystals. When did you learn this, ma'am? I haven't even got to the music yet. Mario Strikers Charge has one of the most varied soundtracks in the franchise, adding a bunch of different genres, whether it's coming from the stages, or the individual character themes to reflect their personalities. absolutely stellar soundtrack. They put so much love in this game. Okay, I've raved about the presentation for long enough. How does the game actually play? Well, it's soccer. The point is you kick the ball into the goal and get the most points. However, in this game there are no red or yellow cards, no fouls, none of that. This is a no holds barred soccer match. You, the ball, and the goal. This ain't no ordinary ball though. This is a metal ball that has its own mechanic. The more you pass, kick, and charge up the ball, it glows different colors. Purple when it's not used, red at level 1, yellow at level 2, and white at level 3. When the ball is at level 3 charged, that means it's going to be at its strongest and fastest when you kick it, potentially for an accurate goal. When you have the ball, you can pass it, lob pass it, kick it, and perform a character's specific decky, in which every character performs a unique action such as Toad's Flip, Hammer Bros Hammer Slam, and Daisy's Teleport. When you're trying to get the ball, you can slide at the opponent to steal the ball quickly or tackle the opponent to knock them into that sweet and painful electric field. Of course, in Mario fashion, we got items to use to make things even more chaotic. You get items by kicking the ball at the goalie or getting tackled by opponents. We got tons of items here. The bananas that can slip up opponents coming in, green shells that you throw to knock down opponents and it bounces off the walls, red shells that goes after 3 teammates to hit them, ice shells that freezes opponents, spike shells which are just stronger green shells, bar bombs that blow you up, and the mushroom that makes you super fast. If you're doing poorly in a match, there's the chain chomp that destroys the opposing team in its path, and the star that makes you invulnerable, giving you enough time to make a mega strike. When you do the mega strike, the number your meter lands on means the number of soccer balls you shoot, meaning you could get up to 6 potential goals. However, that doesn't mean it'll be easy. The critter goalie can block this by using the Wii remote to point at the screen and block the balls with the A button. However, this comes with its own challenge. Besides the motion controls being iffy, the second part of the meter determines the speed of how fast the ball will go during the Mega Strike, with red being the fastest. So if you're defending against a Mega Strike, your reactions gotta be fast to block them all. These mechanics might seem overwhelming at first, but the more you play, the more you understand certain situations. The most satisfying thing for me is having the correct item play that will allow me to get Mega Strikes. If you have like 5 bananas or 3 red shells, use them correctly and you have enough time to get potentially tons of points. When you should pass the ball regularly or lob pass it, sometimes characters have sound cues to tell you when you should pass them the ball that they might be able to score. Games can get super competitive when you and a friend understand what's going on. You have 12 captains in this game, and characters are separated by character types. You have the balance type, who are pretty much the well-rounded ones in all stats, but don't exceed in anything. These are the more beginner characters. Playmakers who are fast and are great at passing the ball, but their shooting is very weak and they have poor defensive moves. On the flip side, the defensive characters have stronger defensive moves and are fast, but have poor passing and shooting. Power characters are strong in shooting and have good defensive options, but are very weak at passing and are very slow. The offensive characters have strong passing and shooting, but weak defense options and they are very slow. After you pick your captain, you have your sidekicks who follow these same character traits. Unlike in the first game where you only have one type of sidekick, you can pick different combinations or go for a team of one sidekick type if you're feeling crazy. You build a perfect team that takes advantage of a character's strength and cover their shortcomings. From there, it's just choosing what character traits fits your playstyle and what skills each character have that you prefer. There are definitely some better than others. We also have tons of different arenas that come with their own gimmicks, the Vice being your most standard arena as well as Galactic Stadium, Thunder Island where you can legit fall off the map and it will take a long time for you to come back, the Dump where you're playing in the mud and your movement is much slower, which also affects the ball's movement, the Wastelands which has icy floors so the traction is slippery. There's also points where lightning comes down to strike where the ball is. If you happen to be holding it, you're in for a shot. The Sand Tomb, which has the sand to slow you down tremendously, as well as thwomps to come down and crush you. The lava pit, where fireballs come down into the arena and leave a giant lava pit. So many different stages come with their own obstacles to play around. So, you've gone through all the mechanics of the game, you've learned how to play, you're ready to put these skills to the test against your friends. Or if you don't have friends, you go over to the single player campaign, the Road to the Strikers Cup, where you go through 3 tournaments and make your way to the Strikers Cup to become the true champion. Now, you're going to be going against the CPUs, so surely the balance of the AI is going to be fair, right? Mario Strikers Charge is the hardest Mario sports game and one of the hardest Mario games I've played in general. When you start off with the Fire Cup, it's a nice way to ease you into the game. The difficulty starts easy. The moment you hit the Crystal Cup, be prepared to be hit with a big difficulty spike. All those tricks you were scamming with in the Fire Cup, they're not gonna work anymore. The AI just knows where you're gonna be at all times. You're gonna pass the ball, be ready to have it stolen all the time. You will get tackled a lot. They will start actually using their character specific deckies to mix you up to ensure you never get that ball back. The moment you get close to them, they will defend at the most perfect time. Always. Their item play and use of character skills get significantly better, which allows them to get the mega strikes they need. And they will always land on the red line, so just make sure your reaction time is good enough to block those balls. This is when you start noticing some cracks in the gameplay and just how busted some characters are. Waluigi. Oh my god. Waluigi is easily one of the best characters in the game. I play Daisy, who is also one of the best. They're both the same character type too, but what makes Waluigi better? His special. Waluigi puts up a wall to block his opponent as he's running, and he also gets a speed boost from this. The CPUs use this move perfectly. He makes sure he blocks your path and he can get himself the Mega Strike. How about Donkey Kong's massive AoE special, or Diddy Kong literally sending you and your team to heaven? You better be sure you're at the top of the game, because if you kick the bucket and fail at any point of the tournament, even if it's the last match before the championship, you will have to restart the entire tournament from the beginning. You're killing me, game! And you know what? That's fair. I got outplayed, so I gotta hold that and start from the beginning again. I understand, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating when it happens. Despite this though, Mario Strikers Charge is such a fantastic game. It's everything I love in a Mario sports game. Not just being insanely fun to play, but it was oozing with tons of personality. Something that is severely missing from the last decade of Mario sports games. When did it start to decline? I'd say when Mario Tennis Open on the 3DS came out. No opening cutscenes, no unique mechanics, tons of reused assets. It felt lifeless. Mario Golf still had their unique winning animations and they are all beautiful. That seemed like the only game to retain some charm to it. But then I remembered.
Wait a minute. I hate golf.
Mario Tennis Aces seemed like the step in the right direction with its new mechanics, but was still missing the mark on having no special games or gimmick courses. We had to wait 3 patches for Nintendo to give us an opening movie. Come on now. And the less I talk about these 2 disastrous, dumpster fire, lazy piles of doo-doo, the better. It's saddening to see one of my favorite spin-off series fall in quality and charm. But Mario Strikers Battle League has brought that hope for me again. I'm excited to see where this game will go, and I hope that it can bring a resurgence of just why people love Mario sports games. There's just one fear I have. Where is Daisy, you cowards?